YouTube, what is going on? It is Sans. Got this part 2 video for you guys. You guys may have missed part 1. If you did, you guys can go ahead and check the description below and check it out. So this is going to be Search and Destroy. Today is just me here breaking down a little bit of the map. So we're going to go more in depth into how I approach things and what I typically do. This is not the class that I usually run. I mean, it's pretty similar, but I usually have a trophy system instead. But I do usually run on this map a DSR 50, although I'm thinking about really running a ballista instead. Part of that is magazine size, and also because I've been getting a lot of hit markers recently, and I don't know if that's just due to people like lag switching or the lag comp issues that I've been having. But you know, I rock dual band so that I can, you know, really get people that aren't rocking cold-blooded. And then, of course, I rock an AN94 with a red dot and stock, or else a M8. So it kind of just depends. So what I typically do is I'll throw a trophy system down right here. One of my teammates will push up this direction right here, and then I like to sit here and I like to scope this direction because a lot of people like to poke right here. And then if I don't see anybody, and if my teammate is successfully able to approach up that direction, then I'll scope in right here. Now from here, what I like to do is I like to approach this way, scope down this hallway, and from here, if we haven't seen anybody at this point, you know, you can pretty much bet that they're making a push this way and that they're flanking you this way down this hallway. So a couple things that you're going to want to do, obviously, is peek up here, make sure that no one's going through train, and then you're going to want to double check back in here and make sure that they're not on this head glitch up here. So the same thing goes, of course, now if you've spawned on that other side. Now, if you're spawning on this far side over here and you're playing, it's the same thing. What I typically do is I throw down a trophy system. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can play this. There's nothing wrong with changing your class set in between maps, so depending on if you're playing offense or defense. So what you might want to do is go in here and change your class. So, you know, right here you're going to notice that on this particular class, for example, I have the M8, but I don't have a secondary. So, of course, that not having a secondary allows me to run farther. And if I'm rocking something with extreme conditioning like this one where I have the MP7, then I'm going to be able to run a hell of a lot farther and ideally get the jump on people. So in a situation like this, I have a couple concussions. So what I would do is throw the concussions over this info sign, check for hit markers, obviously, and then pull out the MP7 and then you know, get those kills. Now, on the other hand, if I'm playing with just this typical setup that you see right here where I have the sniper rifle, again, I'm going to throw out my trophy systems down here to get, first off, the points. Also, it lets me know if people start throwing shit over this info sign. If I'm getting trophy system defense, A, I get the points. B, if people are throwing stuff over, I know that there's somebody there because obviously I'm getting the hit markers. And then it also allows me and my teammates not to get stunned. Now, this one's a little bit different in how you defend it. Now, one thing that you can do is you can kind of head glitch right here, and you can do the same thing on that other side. So if you're a sniper, you know, you can head glitch right here, but the thing that you got to be careful of is people head glitching up here, right? So you really got to be conscious of that. One thing that you can do to counter it is, of course, scope in right here, but at this point it's almost too late. So what I typically do, and what you've seen probably in other gameplays, is I really just run out right here and then I challenge people directly. Now, this isn't necessarily the smartest move, so this is kind of more of, if you have a great connection, then maybe you'll wanna try and challenge people right here. Now, if you're running that extreme conditioning class and you've thrown your concussions over this way, right, then you can run up here up to the top, and of course you'll be able to scope in up top. Now, another thing that you want to do, of course, is make sure that you have no one creeping down this way right here. So that's one option. Now, another avenue of approach is you sprint, and when you get in right here, you have a really good line of sight from where this K sign is right here. You have a really good line of sight for this departures, and you have some pretty good avenues of cover. So you can see that I have this big sign right here where I can peek and I can glitch, you know, or else right here. So this is another good way to poke. And if you don't see anyone that's really pressing down here, then that's awesome. That means that you guys have middle control effectively now, right? So ideally, you should have one person that's with you, that's guarding, you know, bomb site B, and then you should have two people that are pushing alpha over there. Okay, so you guys you have one person down here and you have one person up here, then you guys should be able to exchange kills if necessary. Now, the one thing that I want to stress is I've seen some people that creep up in here into the elevator, and I got to be honest with you guys, this is a pretty bad play. And the reason for that is that one grenade in here will get you killed. Another thing is that you have nowhere to run. It gives you limited cover. It is glass, so people, you know, still can shoot you through those walls. Now, as I was saying right here, if you see no one challenging you at this point, go ahead and press up. And the reason why you want to press up is you want to get as much map control as possible. So at this point, you know, you're able to creep up here. You can see Rihanna right here, so you'll be able to kind of get some additional cover as necessary. So that kind of breaks down this portion of B. Now, once you've planted Bravo, you can pretty much guarantee that someone's going to be hiding in this hallway. So if you need to come through and you need to defuse the bomb, there's almost always somebody in this hallway. And I don't know why that is, if people think that it's a great angle or not. So that's just a point of reference. Now, a couple little lines of sight and a couple little tricks that I want to show with you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to pull them off right here. First off, if you need to get over to Alpha, you know, a lot of people want to like climb inside of the train and like fucking run in here. It's super loud. So if you're up here in this control tower, you can hear people inside of the train. You can hear people running on top of the train. So, you know, it's one of those things where if you're approaching Alpha, be careful, you guys, because it's extremely loud. Even if you're rocking, you know, dead silence, you know, it still can be noisy. So one thing that you guys can do instead is you can actually mantle up on top of the train from here. So how you do it is you come up here and then you push A, and then you see how I didn't climb inside though, right? So you just, I'm sorry, you guys, just push up, and then you stop here, and then you can push up and then get on top of the train here. So instead of climbing inside of the train, right, like if you push all the way forward, you just stop yourself from climbing forward. So again, if you're all the way up here, like I am, right, you're gonna automatically just climb inside of the train. So what you want to do is, instead of getting all the way up this close, you want to stop and then just kind of push A, and then it's going to put you here. Then look up and then push A. I'm sorry. You can see how the little A button comes up. It's kind of a fail right here. And then that'll get you on top. So again, if you guys are creeping through the train, I mean, you can hear right there, I've got dead silence. And I mean, that shit is loud, right? So that's going to give away your position. So that's just one of the things you want to be very careful of. Now, another thing that I'm sure that a lot of you guys know, and I don't know if I can do this with this jump with this assault rifle, but you can jump, of course, from the planter boxes on top of the trains. So that's another nice little trick if you guys weren't aware of that. I'm sure a lot of you are, but if not, you know, you guys can always jump there. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you guys is from here, from this angle, if you guys cramp up in here, right in here in this angle, and you jump, you like jump up and you end up on this middle rung, and then you can like actually climb up on top and then get up here. So that's another little way that you can approach this, because of course you can't climb up this way, but you know, that's one way that you guys can do it. So again, you know, you just come up here, you can see where there's like this little segment area right here, and you'll want to just jump up, and then you can see how it just pulls you up there, and then you can just, you know, climb up top, and then you can spot A. You can get in here. Of course, this works well for hard point as well, or whatever else. So, you know, that's another good line of sight. Now, you do of course have this little head glitch right here. This isn't quite as powerful for search and destroy as it is for you know, for hard point, for example, or capture the flag, but it's not bad. Now, if someone is planning the alpha bomb, the A bomb point, for whatever reason, it seems like 90% of the time I end up here. So this is one of those places where I like to have the sniper rifle, because I can scope in, you know, I can scope in quickly. Again, if they're not rocking cold-blooded, it's very obvious where people tend to be. Now, one thing that you want to be careful of is this area right here. People can stand up there, and they can get you if they got a sniper rifle. So I'm going to show you guys that little line of sight real quick as well. So the way that I get up here, instead of jumping forward like this, what I do is I like to have my sniper rifle out, and I mean, you can pretty much see where it is, right? I mean, it's marked by food, you know, the little food container. If you turn around backwards, or else if you, you know, I mean, if you can kind of see, if you just push, if you hold backwards, right, like I'm holding back right now, and then you push jump, you're going to jump up here on this little table. So again, you know, you just walk backwards and you push jump. And then you have this perfect line of sight up here onto this catwalk. So that's an amazing line of sight that you can use. Again, as you saw from that catwalk angle where I was at, they really can't see you. I mean, they can see, you know, maybe from chest high, but you know, you have a decent amount of cover. But the thing about it is that even if you miss your shot, right? So I've missed my shot, I can now run, and I have, you know, some exit points. So you know, obviously the big one is here, but also I can still, you know, hop out the window here if I need to, or, you know, I can do whatever. So again, that's the big thing, is that you don't necessarily want to challenge the enemy. So another area that I like to hang out at is if I've planted alpha. So I planted the bomb, we'll say here, and a lot of people I know, they like to hang out right here, and they like to, you know, spot the bomb and do whatever. For me, what I actually like to do is I like to hang out here, and I'll tell you why. The reason why is because I get decent cover from here. And now I wouldn't do this with a submachine gun, but with an assault rifle, it's wonderful. I get decent cover from the planter boxes. I have an avenue of escape right here, albeit it's not super fast, but it's reasonable. I have an avenue of escape here, and I have another avenue of escape with cover from the planter boxes and the bomb here if I get challenged. Additionally, I can hear people up top that are creeping along here, and I can definitely hear people that are running through the train. Also, you can hear people when they're trying to climb out of the window, and they can't see you. So if they're out here and they're looking and they're trying to see, they can't really see you that well, and you'll hear them climb out right there. So this is one of my favorite spots to actually kind of hide, is right here. Now, given if they're really looking, you know, they may actually see you, but this is one of those areas that's really nice because you can see here, and then this is one of those places that it's more of just use your ears more so than anything, because your ears are going to basically cover 270 degrees, and the only thing that you really need to focus on is this area right there and this area right here. You don't really have to worry about this catwalk up here because you'll be able to see the person on top of the train before you. 9 times out of 10. The people like to come through the train. Again, that's the mistake that a lot of people make, is they come through the train. So again, you guys, I hope that this video helps you. This concludes at least this portion of the Search and Destroy League Play breakdown. Now I am going to continue to go through all the other game modes. Hopefully I'll be more consistent with my content. It's been a hectic couple of weeks for me as far as getting videos out to you guys. So hopefully going to be a little bit more consistent here, and I hope that this video helps you guys out. So thanks for watching.